Gun Sports Radio is sponsored by Love Radio Network. Welcome to Gun Sports Radio, all about shooting, hunting, self-defense, and more. Now, here are the hosts of Gun Sports Radio, Dave Stahl and Lance Pelkey.
All right, folks. Happy Mother's Day. Gun Sports Radio in the house. I'm Dave.
I'm Lance.
Say Happy Mother's Day.
And Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there.
All the deserving mothers. And we really want to thank Gators Sunglasses, brand new sponsor, American-made, aluminum T6 70-75 frames, worn by the Navy SEALs, official sunglasses of CrossFit Games. Go to www.gators.com. And in May, a 15% off in the whole month of May. Enter promo code APPRECIATE, APPRECIATE, to activate your discount. A percentage of every purchase is going to be donated to the Navy SEAL Foundation. And so, check out, because our friends at Gators Eyewear, again, are offering 15% off all purchases for the month of May in appreciation of all heroes and their families. Remember, promo code APPRECIATE at the checkout, and a percentage of every purchase is donated to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Go to www.gators.com to shop. That's GATORZ.com to shop. And we thank them for all their support. Also, Gun Range San Diego. Nobody can do it without Gun Range San Diego. Amazing folks. I think Lance lives out there. You got your own parking spot yet?
Yeah, they have a big promo today for Mother's Day. So all mothers shoot for free today on Mother's Day.
No kidding.
Yeah, they do. You can check them out on Facebook, the Gun Range San Diego, or check out their website, thegunrangesandiego.com,
yep.
And all mothers shoot for free today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big deal. Yep.
That's excellent. So if you're out there looking to go doing something today, folks, they're open.
They are open for business.
So come on down.
Yep, they are open for business.
All right. Hey, we got Michael Schwartz in the house, San Diego County Gunowners.com.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
There you go. And we had a phenomenal gala a couple weeks ago.
Everybody's still talking about it.
Yes, indeed. And that was for the San Diego County Gun Owners. If you have not joined San Diego County Gun Owners, you definitely need to do it. It's as little as $10. Or if you want to be a big wheel, you can go all the way to the 10-ring club. For what's it, $1,000?
$1,000 a year or $100 a month, and that's our premier membership. It's a kind of a networking club. We do all kinds of cool special events, and I also want to announce on San Diego County Gunowners.com, we are now doing the podcast of this show every week. So if you want to go listen to the show, if you couldn't hear us one Sunday, then you can go to our website, and the podcast is available for free. Very easy to use, and I'm really happy. Just go to San Diego County Gunowners.com and click on podcasts.
All right.
Yeah.
And you're going to have old shows on there as well, right?
Last couple of weeks are already there. Today's show will be up in about a day, and yep, absolutely.
I'll send you whatever. I think I've got some shows too. I can, if you want to add to it, just for the flavor. Well, I'm glad to see you could make it there, Hollywood.
I have a great story.
I knew you would. All right, what's your story?
There he was.
Seriously, there I was. I was at the butcher shop having lunch. And
today,
without
us,
right now,
without us,
they have a great.
You go to the butcher shop
sandwich.
Without us?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. I don't have the money to pay.
Would you
for
write
all
that down,
guys.
please? That he went to the butcher shop
on Mother's Day.
On Mother's Day.
Did you take a mother with you?
What? No.
Well.
No. And if anybody's ever seen Full Metal Jacket, Animal Mother, it's kind of my alter ego.
Love that movie.
Anyway, so I'm sitting there and I call for my tab, and and bartenders, as they do, waitresses, and they say, "Are you sure you don't want to stay for one more? Can I get you anything else?" And I said, "No, I got to be on the radio by 4." And across the room, I hear, "I knew that voice. I knew it was you." One of our listeners.
No.
Hey.
So he calls me over and he pulls out his phone. He's showing me YouTube videos about the legislation up in Sacramento, how they're fighting against the approved gun rights in California.
Right.
Great videos.
So that's why you're late.
Yeah. So he's showing me videos and he's talking about the show and how much he appreciates it. And he's like, "You got to talk about this. You got to talk about that." And it was. And finally,
what was his name? You remember his name?
No.
Oh, sorry.
He's got the hand over the mic.
Come on, man.
He's got the hand over the mic.
Puts him on the spot.
I would have said his name immediately.
Thank you for listening, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Whoever you are.
It was great. But the videos he showed was great because it was about the approved,
roster, safe gun roster.
Exactly. So and there was it was basically a pro and an antagonist, antagonist in front of the judges there in Sacramento,
right?
And so the antagonist is what the person who was for the gun roster,
right, was
saying we're not violating the Second Amendment because there are guns still available.
Yeah.
Well, there are still guns available.
Yeah, as long as you have one gun available.
Right. So a judge asked and said, well, would this apply to a library? That because one book is available,
right,
you're not offending the First Amendment.
Right.
If only one, and then another judge, that was a female judge, and a male judge chimed in and said, well, what about religion? If one religion was available, could we ban all other religions? So to me, it seemed like the people who are the lawmakers, the judges, are starting to get it.
Yeah, that attorney is Alan Gore, and that case is being brought by the Firearms Policy Coalition, and that was argued just a couple weeks ago. And it looks good. You never know what the Ninth Circuit's going to do,
right? But
it looks good. I heard that the arguments are the judges seem to be responsive. Or I should say, seem to be on our side. They seem to have some good things to say, like you're pointing out.
Wow!
But you never know what the Ninth Circuit's going to do.
Totally agreed. But I had I'm not a digital age guy. So this guy showed me all these
a digital page guy.
No kidding.
Yeah, so these guys are, he's showing me all these videos from YouTube, and I was really impressed and super happy that we had a listener that was actually.
All right, you're stealing Schwartz's time.
Sorry.
Poor
No, that's
Schwartz.
all right. So go ahead, Lance.
Well, you got your sunglasses on. You look terrific, baby.
You got your gators on. These new gators?
I was going to ask, are those gators?
Those are gators.
They look great.
They look cool, don't they?
Dude, you look hot.
Yeah.
Hey, let me jump in here real quick. I just want to say I was at the RNC meeting, which is the National Republican Party meeting,
fantastic.
Which their job is to vote in the president and to reelect the president. And one of the guest speaker we had was Ryan Zinke. He's the Secretary of the Interior. What a cool dude!
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you heard about this guy. Did you hear about him? So he was a Navy
SEAL,
former SEAL, 26 years.
Yeah.
And he is a congressman of Montana. And what a great steward of our national monuments and whatever, but also too about having an energy first policy, keeping America strong through energy instead of the whole deal and whatever. And what amazing guy he was. I got to say hi to him briefly, and so if y'all get a chance to look him up, Ryan Zinke, what an excellent advocate. And it just got me thinking again. We're so lucky to have this president for Second Amendment rights. Michael, it's just huge.
I arguably the most potentially the most supportive of any president. Yeah.
And so and so some of us we cringe once in a while at some of the stuff he says but the bottom line
I don't
is
cringe.
Oh my gosh,
I don't cringe a bit.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? I don't care what anybody says. That man is sharp as anybody can be.
He is, and
he says things just to wind you up. He is playing the media like a fiddle.
He really is,
and they have not gotten it. They are so apoplectic. I mean, I think they're just jump off a building here if they keep it up.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the fact he's going to close down the press conferences?
Yeah.
I thought that was huge.
For years, I've thought to myself, boy, I wish a president would just come out and say this to the press. And finally he's doing it.
He did. Hey, I noticed you have down here that www.gunsportsradio.com, the website. Is it alive and well?
The new one's almost there. I was hoping to have it up this week. We're really close, though.
I got to tell you, that thing is awesome.
Yeah, I sent you the prototype, and you saw the website itself plus the mobile site. Yeah. So we're getting there. It's really going to be something.
Aaron's Aaron is really excited about it.
He rocked it. He rocked it.
He was he was at San Diego gun range for Glock Days this weekend, and he was talking about the website more than he was Glock Days.
How was your Glock Days? Because I know a couple people said they were going.
It was amazing, and we'll talk about that on my. No, never too many, but it was amazing.
And then, of course, San Diego County GunOwners.com. You got any more room for any more people?
Absolutely. San Diego County GunOwners.com. Like I said, you can. There's all kinds of stuff. There's
what's your goal for this year? Because we're going to beat the snot out of it.
We talked about it last week.
I know. What's your goal for this year?
As far as membership?
Yeah, what do you want to get?
We want to get up to 2,000 members by the end of the year.
All right.
Plus, we're also talking to
2,000 members.
It's such an eclectic group. There isn't one person that fits the mold. It's everybody.
That's right.
Everybody piling. Yeah. We're not like those clubs that certain people. Come on down.
No,
absolutely.
Yeah, if you can fog a mirror, come on down.
Come on down, man.
That's our membership goal. And some of the things we're working on is we're working on especially getting you your CCW, San Diego, your carry concealed weapon permit. And we're working through different city councils. We're working through police chiefs, and we're pressuring the sheriff. So that's what your membership is supporting.
Right. Yep. All right, let's take a quick break. We come back, a whole lot more Gun Sports Radio right here on AM 1170. The Answer.
AM 1170, The Answer.
All right, folks. Hey, welcome back. This is Gun Sports Radio. I'm Dave.
I'm Lance.
Happy Mother's Day to all you folks. And don't forget, www.SanDiegoCountyGunOwners.com. As little as $10 a month can get you in the know and in the loop as what our state and our government is doing to your Second Amendment rights and your chance to own a firearm. Also, getting close, just write it down, www.gunsportsradio.com, the new website. Everything will be there. Oh, and this show, if for some reason you're out on the road and you missed it, you can go to SanDiegoCountyGunOwners.com and you'll be able to get this show. We will upload it, and you'll have it by, at the latest, Monday. Also, Trident Gunsmithing is the sponsor of this segment. We really want to thank Trident. Go to TridentGunsmithing.com, TridentGunsmithing.com. In fact, ta-da! Trident Gunsmithing is supporting an event. It's IVRPA Long Range Precision Marksmanship Day at the range. It will be at the Wheeler Range, and it's located just west of El Centro, about 9.6 miles. And the cost is free. And it's a long-range precision rifle class, the 308, the 300, Win Mag, a 375 shellac will all be provided by Desert Tech. The shooters will be expected to cover the cost of ammo only. Sponsored by Trident Gunsmithing, Strategic Ops Training, and Desert Tech. And they are pleased to invite you to the IVRPA Long Range Precision Marksmanship Day at the Range, hosted by former Navy SEALs. This event is designed to give you a chance to experience the same equipment used by our nation's most elite class. The one-day event is intended for anyone interested in long-range precision marksmanship. Accuracy matters. The Desert Tech HTI was developed around the core component of accuracy, making it one of the finest, most accurate rifles in the world. Don't miss a chance to check it out for yourself.
Wow.
858-577-0576. 858-577-0756. Check this thing out.
The big guns.
There's the weapon.
Yeah, what's the date?
It looks hot.
What's the date on that, Dave?
The date on this is June the 10th.
Excellent.
From 8 to 1400. And for all you people that don't know what that is,
8 a.m., 2 p.m.
See, I knew you'd know. So check it out. Trident Gunsmithing supporting another great class, and it's free.
Hey, that's great. The big boys.
The big boys.
The 308s. Where's our buddy, John?
I don't know. Is Mr. Dillon on the line? He is on the line. Hey, John, how's it going, bud?
Hey, guys, it's going well. How about you?
Well, the most important thing, have you done something nice for your mother?
Yes, actually, just got back from visiting the parents and taking the grandchildren to hang out with Grandma and Grandpa for the day. So, yeah, we had a good time.
So you're good.
Yeah, so it's a happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Absolutely. So, hey, what's going on in Sacramento?
Well, I'm actually going to give you guys a little bit of an update on something a little more close to home. In fact, we're going to be talking specifically about some San Diego issues. Recently, and I know, Michael, is he on here still?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so you can jump in on this
sure.
at any time you want, but recently Sheriff Gore, the sheriff of San Diego, wrote an op-ed article where he discussed CCWs and good cause and his ability and the standards that he has to have in place in order to issue CCWs. And, I'm of the opinion, and it's less of an opinion, rather fact, that, there's a lot of misstatements in there and a little misleading of the public in, how much power he truly has in these standards and specifically good cause. I thought it'd be a good idea to let's kind of clarify what San Diego and California allow when it comes to CCW.
Yeah, he used a lot of he was pretty creative in that op-ed. It appeared a week ago Friday in the Union Tribune. We have it up on our Facebook page, San Diego County Gun Owners Facebook page, but it was pretty ridiculous what he had to say and the excuses he used for not issuing permits. What were your thoughts on it?
Because he danced around those issues really well. Well, here it is. So if you want to read it yourself, under Penal Code 26150 and 26155, they discuss CCW carrying concealed weapon and the permits around that. And basically, California has a very simple approach to this. They require certain standards that are enforced through the chief law enforcement officer in the city or county. Many times the chief of the police will enter into an agreement that allows the county sheriff to issue and take care of all the CCW applications. That's what's happening in San Diego. A lot of cities just send everything to the sheriff, Sheriff Gore.
But just to be clear, the penal code, which, by the way, the penal code that's California law. That's what that means.
Yeah.
But just to be clear, a police chief and a sheriff have the exact same authority to issue a state CCW, correct?
Exactly,
right.
Yes. So many times they enter into a voluntary agreement.
Right.
Yeah, and they say, hey, how about you do the permits instead of us? And it's completely voluntary. They have every right to break that agreement and do it themselves. So that's good. We make that clear. But under California law, to get a CCW, you need to be of good moral character. You need to be the resident of the county you're applying into. And you need to complete and pass an approved firearms training class. And the last one, which is the only one that is ever an issue, is you have to have good cause for your permit. Under the law, they do not go into specifics of what good cause is. They actually give full, complete discretion to the issuing authority, which is either the head of police or sheriff, to determine what good cause is.
So they don't actually define. There's nowhere in the penal code that defines good cause.
Exactly.
Now,
so they give the full discretion of determining what good cause is to the sheriff. And the theory behind it is, I'm the sheriff of the county. I know my county. I know the people who live in my county, and I can assess the needs. And that's the basic theory behind it, is the local law enforcement knows their county the best, so they can determine the standards that need to be met. Now, in San Diego, we have 4 issuing categories. If you can go on their website, the San Diego Sheriff's Department website, and it's right there, where they list protected law enforcement, personal protection with documented threats, security, and business are the 4 categories where you can meet your good cause. Unfortunately, that's as far in detail as they go. There's nothing else that lets you know what standard, what type of personal protection. They list documented threats, but we know of many cases of people that have documented threats, either 1 or 2 instances where they've been attacked or mugged. They've applied for CCWs, and they're routinely denied in San Diego because the sheriff will tell them, well, that happened once, it's unlikely to happen again, so you don't have good cause. So even with documented threats, you'll get denied, and on a fairly routine basis.
And that criteria that you just read, those categories, again, I just want to keep hammering this so that it's crystal clear. This was created by Sheriff Gore, his department. This is not state.
Yes, this is an internal policy.
It's not a court decision that's forcing him to do this or limiting him in any way. It's not the state. This is Sheriff Gore, his internal policy, correct?
Yes. In fact, we have Peruta v. San Diego. This is the big court case dealing with CCW and specifically good cause. Now, the Ninth Circuit, 11 judge panel just said, hey, there's no Second Amendment protection for concealed carry in California. That was a horrible decision. But in that decision, they made it very clear that the sheriff has full and complete discretion to determine what good cause is. He can either make it as strict as he wants, or he can lower the standard as much as he wants. All the requirement that the law only requires that there is a standard. He gets to decide how high that bar is or how low that bar is when it comes to good cause. And there's nothing that prevents him from allowing general self-defense for good cause.
Right, and I think that if you read that op-ed and you listen to his public statements and you talk to him about it, he is trying to make it sound like, let's say it goes to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court says, no, what he's we're not going to change anything. We're not going to change anything. Even if that happens, he can still change his policies to allow more people to have CCWs. I mean, he's looking at it backwards. He's saying, oh, well, gee, golly gosh, I can't because the state doesn't specifically list these reasons. But that's not the case at all. The state is saying, hey, you're wide open to have your policy any way you want, and he's able to change it at will.
Him discretion.
Right.
But the best way to look at this is, we have many counties throughout California, and if you look into it, you can see that different counties will issue CCWs for different reasons, in the sense that they'll allow certain things that qualify as good cause that wouldn't qualify as good cause in another county. So like in LA, it's very hard to meet a good cause requirement. Same with San Diego. But in Riverside, Orange County, Fresno, they accept, hey, basic, I just want to have my CCW for basic self-defense. That is totally acceptable, good cause in those counties. Now, if the state required a certain level of good cause, then all these counties that have differing levels of good cause, at least some of them would be in violation. None of them are, because they are given specific sole discretion to decide what good cause is in their county.
You know what I'd like to see is I'd like to see the list of people who donated to Sheriff Gore's campaign versus those people, anybody on that list that was also denied a CCW. I'd love to see that list.
Well, right now, I got to tell you, so there's a business owner that came to...
Well, I'll tell you what, hold that thought for a second, because I see we're getting ready to rock at the bottom of the hour. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, John, you want to stay on?
Yeah, I can stay on for a few more minutes.
Yeah, we'll cut into Hollywood here. He's been cutting in all day, so we'll keep him in line. So stay tuned, folks. You're listening to Gun Sports Radio. I'm Dave.
Lance Pelkey.
And this is AM 1170, The Answer.
AM 1170, The Answer.
All right, folks, welcome back, Gun Sports Radio. Happy Mother's Day to all you lovely moms out there. Hey, Gators Sunglasses, new sponsor. Go online, gators.com, gators.com. In fact, in the whole month of May, 15% off, and that money will go towards Navy SEAL Foundation. So go to gators.com, that's GATORZ.com, and rock out that 15% discount by putting in the promo code APPRECIATE, APPRECIATE.
Yeah, plus you can find them on Facebook.
You can find them everywhere.
Yep, Facebook.
And on the face of Mr.
If they make me look half as good as Mr. Schwartz, I'm going to buy a pair. Oh, my God, they look great.
Look better. I mean, seriously, I'm wearing them right now. They're awesome.
Yeah, I know. He won't take them off.
Yeah, it's Facebook. They're all over.
We're indoors and everything. Yeah. He's making it happen.
All right. Well, hey, this segment's brought to you by Gun Range San Diego, 7853 Balboa Avenue, 10 to 10, 7 days a week. They're open today, and I think they're doing a special for moms, but we'll find out when we get Hollywood on the line. But go to Gun Range San Diego for all your gun needs, whether it's training, repair, buying firearms, buying ammunition, buying clothing, or buying training. It's all under one roof. You don't have to worry about going anyplace else. 7853 Balboa Avenue, centrally located in the county, 10 to 10, 7 days a week. You can ask for special treatment. Just ask for Hollywood.
That's a true story. And I know that Veronica cares about this as much as anybody else. So let's get back to John and talk about this this Sheriff Gore.
You still on the line, John?
Yeah, I'm right here.
So I was going to tell real quick. So he has this criteria. I actually just talked to a business owner for the last couple of weeks. He absolutely qualifies. He carries large amounts of cash. He works after hours and, especially at night and like business parks, that sort of thing. He has a clean background history, and they denied him. I mean, he even meets the criteria, and they denied him. I can't give too many details because they're, but I reached out to the sheriff and said, gee, I think this needs to get reevaluated. Could you take a look? And he wrote back and said, well, he didn't meet the good cause requirements. And I said, okay, fair enough. Could you tell him what good cause requirement he didn't meet? Like, where's the threshold? He can't even give the threshold. Don't tell me. I'm not the applicant. Mm-hmm. Tell the applicant so he can understand the situation. Refuses to even define his threshold, which is ridiculous. It's like going down and saying, hey, I need a building permit, and having them just say no. Well, wait a minute. What did I not,
what do I do to fix it so I get a permit?
How do I qualify? Well, he refuses to do it. It's obscene.
Two words, really arbitrary and capricious.
Arbitrary and capricious.
2 words.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Get out your
the funny thing is,
girls.
Yep. If you look at these, so-called standards that, allow people to get a CCW, they're amazingly vague. So, especially when it comes to good cause, it is amazingly vague, and that is actually a strategy. If you make it vague to where no one can define it, then you can make it whatever you want on a case-by-case basis. We know people have gotten CCW and have met the good cause requirement in San Diego for less than the guy who Michael just mentioned.
Right.
He has more good cause than other people that we know have a CCW permit. Yeah. And yet he got denied. And it's just, there's a reason he keeps it vague. He doesn't want to have a concrete standard that someone can look at a piece of paper and read, all right, good cause is this.
Right.
I either meet it or I don't.
And
frankly, he needs to do that.
They just want to keep us dumb and in the dark. That's all they want to do. All right, buddy. Hey, I'm going to let you get back to the family, folks. Gatsky, Dillon, and Balance, LLP. Any kind of problems you have, whether it's gun-related, these are the guys. They will go to the wall for you. What's your website there, son?
It's cafirearmslaw.com, and our number is 760-431-9501. cafirearmslaw.com.
And I think it was cafirearmslaw.com, just in case everybody was confused. Because
there you go.
Well, Hollywood fell asleep, so I had to make sure he woke him up. All right, buddy. Hey, give the family a big hug, and we'll talk to you down the road.
Will do.
All right.
Thanks, John.
By the way, I can't go on much farther without talking about 511 Tactical. I got to tell you, we have to talk about.
You got that watch on.
I got my watch. I got my shoes.
You got my shoes. Yeah, those are comfortable. I like those.
I got my pants.
You got my pants.
I even went down and bought a pair of pants.
Isn't that great?
I mean, I had to. And the girl says, but I go, no, just give me my pants. I love these things.
What color pants did you get?
Same color. Yeah. I like the dark gray.
What style did you get? Do you remember the name?
Jeans.
The jean ones, yeah.
I got
because there's like 6 different ones.
Yeah, well, there's 3 different kinds. There's jeans, and there's one that's
There's more than that. There's like 6. Yeah. There's actually like 6 different kinds.
I fell in love with the jeans. It's got elastic top.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that.
Well, can I we actually have another. We just put in an order. San Diego County Gun Owners just put in an order for 511 polos with our logo on it.
The ones that like Lance is wearing?
Very similar to the ones that he's wearing. So we're
nice.
very soon going to offer 511 polos with our logo on it. So I'm really happy about it.
That's
awesome.
Right.
So getting back to
Gun Range San Diego. Yeah. Hey, and I got to say, a lot of people come in Gun Range San Diego and they say, you know what, this is the best place that we can show up to and ask. Everybody who works here is so informed and they know what's going on. They know the law. And that's because Veronica is adamant that we have the right answer. And I'll be honest with you, I'm the guy. And where do I get that answer? John Dillon. I call that dude. He answers every time. He's the best. And we really appreciate him. But the deal is, I get it straight from, I'm not on some internet. I'm not on some, some guy in his basement who's reading and misinterpreting something.
That's important.
I'm getting it from John Dillon, the horse, absolutely. And so we really appreciate that because it brings a lot of people into Gun Range San Diego, and we get to just relay that information to the public and we really appreciate it. And this weekend, all mothers are shooting free at the gun range San Diego.
That's great.
Until 10 o'clock?
Yeah, until 10 p.m. tonight. Yeah, so you just come in and say, I'm a mom and I want to shoot. We had this lady, Sid, came in earlier today. I don't know if she's listening. She came in with her daughter and son-in-law, and she was so excited because the guys out on the range, the RSOs, helped her with her, her sight alignment, sight picture, that kind of thing.
Oh, great.
And Sid was she bought T-shirts, she bought hats, she was asking about memberships. She said it was the best Mother's Day she's ever had because she was there and doing something that was fun and out of the ordinary, and never thought she would love shooting as much as she did.
That's terrific.
And it was fun. It was super fun.
Well, you guys have had a lot of – you guys had Gabby Franco last week.
And
you had Glock Day.
We had Glock Days yesterday and today.
So,
yeah. So, again, so low I can't say the price, but we are –
Got any left?
We do. We bought a bunch. We ran out of the Glock sights because we were having those installed for $60. And we bought a ton. I thought there was no way we're going to
run out of Glock sights.
And we did. We ran out of Glock sights.
Wow.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So now, but any sight that we have in the store that we are, that we can, that will fit a Glock.
That'll fit.
We're giving employee pricing on.
Wow.
All you got to do is show up and just say, I want some Glock sights. And we're giving literally employee pricing on Glock sites there, and it's amazing deals. It's crazy because we feel bad. We bought a ton. I'm not kidding. Like who thought we'd put sights on 100 Glocks in one day?
Wow.
We put sights on 100 Glocks in about 6 hours.
Nice.
I'm not kidding. That guy was busy, man. And but we have Glock certified armors there at the shop today, and they're still installing them, and we're selling. So they might not be the same Glocks, but we're selling whatever sight will fit on your gun. We're selling it to you.
You're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it, and it's great. Guys are putting on TFX True Glows, Ameriglows, Trigicons. We're selling them all. So you just show up, and we're still selling our Glocks at the most ridiculously low prices. It's insane.
Well, I can't tell you. I mean, there's so much to do in San Diego. We have such beautiful weather. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the Gun Range San Diego doing these events and giving gun owners something, to do, more than just, regular shooting or whatever. I mean, it really gets people out and into the ranges and shooting and having fun. And I think what you guys do is just amazing and great.
Well, just going to the range and pulling the trigger, that's great. But, when you can go and talk to the guy who is from Glock, and here's the deal. If you buy a Glock this weekend, yesterday or today, you get a ticket and you come back next month and you get a class from the Glock rep.
Oh, cool.
It's going to be a private event. You had to buy a gun this weekend, so you have plenty of time. And you're going to be on the range with the Glock rep, and they're going to bring in their own Glocks. They're going to, anything you want to do, and you're going to have a private, just basically it's like a free day at the range. Just come in and shoot and, bring your ammo, buy ammo from us, whatever you want to do. And it's going to be a great time.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Like I'm excited about it happening because I want to be a part of it. Yeah, it's going to be great. And then again, like I said, today it is Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to Veronica, who is a mom, to little Sammy.
That's right, little Sammy.
And so all mothers shoot for free, and we just had a great weekend all weekend long. I wish I could give the price over the air. People would lose their mind.
So how many people for Glock Day yesterday? How many people? Was it pretty steady, or how did that?
We had about 30 people at the door when we opened, and we opened at 10. Glock Days didn't officially start till 11, but we had so many people waiting, we started it right away. And we sold maybe like 54 Glocks yesterday. And wow. when I left, to go to lunch today at 2, we'd been open for 4 hours, and we might have sold about another 18 to 20.
That's awesome. And the guy, the Glock rep is there. And
the Glock rep was there yesterday. And the great thing about it was, like, you buy the Glock and you get the sights, and we just walk you right over to the Glock rep. He puts them on your gun. You see it happen.
Yeah.
And then we're done.
Well, I can't think of a better Mother's Day gift than a brand new Glock.
Absolutely.
You know, Mike, I don't know if you know that, Mike, so the pistol I use most often is a Glock 30, which is 45 caliber.
Yeah.
It's about the same size as a Glock.
How many of them
19.
you have?
I just have the one.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you the guy that has like 10 Glock 17s?
No. I have a Glock. My wife's got a Glock 19. I have a Glock 30.
Okay.
But I'm such a simple guy, man. I'm like, one wrench for, that's,
Right.
But my Glock 30 was a gift from my wife on our wedding night. I got her a honeymoon in the Bahamas, and she got me a Glock 30.
We're going to take a break.
I knew you married out of your league. I knew you married out. So many reasons why. No, your wife is wonderful, by the way.
Yes, she is. She's an absolute dear. All right, let's go ahead and take a small break. When we come back. Who we got coming?
We got Tony Krvaric, man. He's on hold right now. He's raring to go. He's the head of the Republican Party for San Diego County and just a great advocate.
Ooh-wee.
Super guy.
All right, well, let's take a quick break. We come back a whole lot more right here on Gun Sports Radio. AM 1170, The Answer.
So.
AM 1170, The Answer.
All right, folks, welcome back. You're listening to Gun Sports Radio. I'm Dave.
Lance Pelkey.
And we want to thank Gators Sunglasses. Jumping on board, go to GatorsZ.com. Gators, that's GATORZ.com for a great pair of sunglasses. Michael Schwartz won't take his off.
I love them.
And if you do go down there and you, for the month of May, 15% off of any pair of sunglasses you pick, just use the promo code APPRECIATE to activate your discount, and a percentage of the sale of the sunglasses go to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Gators.com, that's GATORZ.com. All right, Lance, hey, who you got? We also want to thank Trident Gunsmithing for all their support, so if you have any issues, and they've got a special event coming up, too. So contact Trident Gunsmithing, 858-577-0576, if you want to go and fire a long-range rifle for free.
There you go, 308. Hey, so I'll tell a quick story. And Mike and I were talking before the show on how we met. And we met at a San Diego County Republican Party meeting. And for a lot of people out there, don't know how to get involved. I didn't know how to get involved. I just looked them up. I started going, just went to one of their meetings on a Monday. Mm-hmm. And Mike Schwartz had a table when he was with another association. And that's how Mike and I met. And that's how I met our wonderful guest, Tony Krvaric. Tony Krvaric is the chairman of the San Diego County Republican Party. Talk about Second Amendment rights. I mean, with him, that's how I got involved, ultimately because of Tony and the Republican Party locally here in San Diego. And so just really pleased to have Tony on the line. And he likes to shoot as well, right, Tony?
How are you guys this afternoon? Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on a Mother's Day, man. That's great.
Yeah, I got a bunch of mothers in the house waiting to get back in the house. But you know what? There's always time to cut out some time for Gun Sports Radio.
We appreciate it, and it's all about safety and our rights, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I grew up I was born and raised in Sweden, so this concept of the Second Amendment and right to bear arms, it's of course it doesn't exist there, and so it was quite a refreshing time to come over here and know about that concept. But then, of course, we live in California, which kind of almost brings me back to the way it is in Sweden. Of course, you can have your gun. You just have to follow these 478 rules, and we wouldn't dream of encroaching on your rights.
Yeah, famous last words. So, what caused you to put the San Diego County Republican Party thing together?
Well, I was, I became a citizen. Then I started volunteering. Eventually, I was sentenced to chairman. That's what happens to people who are passionate about something and volunteer, and all of a sudden you find yourself as the head of an organization.
And it's really cool to
Mike Schwartz, how are you doing over there?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I feel your pain.
Because, what Tony does is, he's the head of the local Republican Party, which, we talk about keeping it local. Mike Schwartz does his local thing. It's a local radio show all about locals and our rights. And this is exactly what the Republican Party does locally. Can you tell us a little bit more, Tony, about how you get involved and how, to identify good people to run for office and that?
Well, we're the local party. First of all, has nothing to do with the state party. Has nothing to do with the national party. Other than that, we're all kind of pulling in the same direction. But we don't answer to each other. We don't get money from each other. Send money to each other. Everybody rises and falls on their own merit. So we're volunteer based. There are 50 duly elected actual committee members that make up the actual committee. And then, of course, we have thousands of volunteers, and our job is to register. We do 4 things. We register more Republicans. We recruit candidates and volunteers. We endorse candidates for office, so the voters know who the Republican is and who the communist is. Who the other party person is. And then we get out to vote come election time. Those are the 4 things we do, and then we have to raise money to do the first 4 things. So total of 5 things that we do. It's open to everybody. We meet the second Monday of each month. People can learn about it at SanDiegoRepublicans.org. It's completely open. Anybody who wants to volunteer is welcome on board, and we got a good thing going here. We're I would say one of the better organized county parties in the state and probably in the country.
Yep, for sure. Joe?
I tell you, Tony, I got to just ask you a quick question. At your earlier intro, you said I became a citizen, and then you had me at became a citizen. So that I'm assuming you weren't born a citizen. So please give me your story on that.
Well, I was born in Sweden to parents who had fled communism in former Yugoslavia, which is now Croatia. They fled Marshal Tito, communist dictator there. Mm-hmm. They came to Sweden. So we upgraded from communism to socialism. That was pretty good. At least they wouldn't roust you out of bed and shoot you at night for looking the wrong way. Me and my siblings grew up in Sweden. I was born there in 1971. But pretty quickly developed an affinity for the United States, especially when Ronald Reagan was president. I think everybody probably around the studio there, everybody has a Reagan story. This is mine. I was smitten with the United States and decided that I wanted to come to America one day. I wrote a letter to the president. Hi, my name is Tony. I think America is swell. All I knew about America was what I saw on Falcon Crest and Dallas and Dynasty.
That's great.
It's just like that.
Yeah, it's just like that. I live at South Fork here, South Fork mini version. And then I actually got a letter back from the president, and that was really, really cool. And made a vow to one day come to the States. Came here in 92. Became a citizen in 2003, one of the proudest days of my life. And, of course, did all that legally. And then proud U.S. citizen. I got 4 conservative kids and one wife. We're celebrating her today.
I got to say how proud I am just to even be on the radio with you, because there's so many people who are even born here who don't appreciate the way people who come here and become a citizen the way you've done. So congratulations, total supporter. I think I'm going to go volunteer now. I mean, just mainly because of you. I'm not kidding.
No, you're absolutely right. Tony, it's like I've always tell everybody, you all have to give back. You always have to give back a penny to a million. Doesn't make any difference. There's always room for somebody to give back.
Yeah, we have things for everybody to do. Some people give money. Some people walk a precinct. Some people step up and run for office. Some people want to be around people who run for office, but don't want to do it themselves, so they can volunteer for a campaign. I mean, we really have a good thing, going here in San Diego, and we're kind of outnumbered in the county and the city of San Diego and a lot of locales, but we hold our own because we know we're right. Our cause is just. And our volunteers are great. So, we're always looking for, as far as everybody who's listening on the radio, one of the things I always, and Michael knows this, people are screaming at the radio or the TV or, well, the Republican Party ought to do this or that, or, you know what? It's a completely open process. Come down, get involved. And kudos to Michael. He's done that. We have tons of fans of this radio show and gun owners organizations that are volunteers, members of our party, on the executive committee of our party. So, your issues are going to be heard. There's no doubt about it, and that's the way to get involved.
Yeah, that's the neat thing, and that's what I did, and that's how I got involved. And also, I've been taking that class on how to run political campaigns, the political technology class, supported by the local Republican Party. It's a 5-month-long class, one Saturday a month, pretty much. And Tony was teaching part of it yesterday. And great job, by the way, Tony, the way you introduced, how the local party works and the state party and the rest of that. So, real good way for people to get involved.
And Tony's he was elected onto the Central Committee. The Central Committee is the local Republican Party in San Diego, and then they elected him chairman. And Tony, what are there 6 districts with 6 Central Committee members in each district?
There are 7. There are 7 parts of the county that elect 6 people each. That's 42, and then the congressman and state senator, assembly members have a sub spot too. So that makes a total of 50.
So he's running this whole party that are getting Republicans elected on every level as a volunteer. Which is it's like a second full-time job. And if you be the change that you want to see, go down to the Republican Party. And they will find a spot for you. Like Tony says, there's a lot of things that different people can do. And Tony was amazingly gracious and generous with his time with me. And in turn, when I started San Diego County Gun Owners, I sat down and had a beer with him. And I said, "Hey, Tony, I have this idea." And he said, "Say no more." And he was actually the very first member of San Diego County Gun Owners.
Yes, he was.
And today, this year, I was honored to give him the Member of the Year award at our annual Second Amendment celebration.
Absolutely.
You said it before. You said it at the dinner. Every good idea starts over a beer.
There you go.
That's true.
Hey, Tony, I got to tell you how proud I am just
there may have been a cigar involved.
Yeah, don't forget those cigars, too. Tony, thank you very, very much. And by the way, you now have a radio show in your back pocket.
Absolutely, he does.
Visit our party at SanDiegoRepublicans.org. Get involved. It's we need more people to get involved, not the least of which people who understand and respect the Second Amendment. So thanks for all you guys do, Lance, Mike, everybody.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, Tony.
Hey, thank you, man. It was absolutely phenomenal, folks. I want to thank our sponsors before we let them go. Gun Range San Diego, Gators Sunglasses, Triton Gunsmithing, Gatsky, Dillon, and Balance, and a whole lot more out there that are looking to help us out. And don't forget to go to www.SanDiegoCountyGunOwners.com. You, too, can make a difference for as little as $10 a month or $100 a month. Depends on your involvement. The more you give, the more you get. Go with a company and an organization that's got your rights out front. And soon, right around the corner, gunsportsradio.com. And, oh, by the way, you'll be able to listen to the radio shows at San Diego County Gun Owners. They've just figured out how to upload them. And hopefully we'll get them over there on Alone and Afraid. They're going to figure out how to do it. Not Joe, but somebody else that knows something about computers.
And Gun Range San Diego.
And Gun Range San Diego. So we're going to have them everywhere. We suggest you check them out because the ones you check out, we might have a contest for the one you listen to. All right, we're going to take a small break. Actually, we're going home.
Thanks,
we're going to involve or enjoy our Mother's Day along with everybody else, and hope you do too. Keep the rubber side down, the shiny side up. We're out of here.
Thanks for listening, folks.
Gun Sports Radio is sponsored by Love Radio Network.